Francis Ngannou versus Stipe Miocic 2 is set for UFC 260. That's going to be in March, I believe, and that's been confirmed today. It was confirmed today. It's a done deal. They've both signed, and it's ready to go. So,
baddest man on the planet.
well, the baddest man on the planet versus the scariest man on the planet.
Baddest man versus the boogeyman.
Exactly.
That's what that should have for the headline.
Monster versus man. Like, that's what it is.
Oh shit! Monster versus Titan, or Monster versus
Monster versus Superman. Like Doomsday versus Superman, because Stipe is the Superman. He's the hero. He's the firefighter. He's the greatest heavyweight of all time. He's certainly my greatest heavyweight of all time. And then you've got Francis Ngannou.
He's just a fucking smashing machine.
Yeah, like it's insane how many people he's knocked out within like
one punch.
Well, 2 minutes, like, 1 round. You know,
the amount of people that he's got screaming whenever he just like knocks him down. Like, you actually pray that the people who he knocked out just actually survive it, because anyone who even just as much steps in the cage with Francis Ngannou has the risk of losing a few years of their life. And you know, Stipe was one of the only few men who made it through and lived to tell the tale. Yeah,
just overworking him through wrestling, and he took a few shots from Ngannou, and that's why I think his fight shortly after with Daniel Cormier could have been why he got dropped with those punches, causing him to lose his heavyweight title. But the dude's got a chin. He's getting a bit older now.
Yeah,
I'd question if maybe this is his last fight, because he's about 41, I think.
Yeah, look, Stipe was in phenomenal shape when he fought DC.
His best shape, to be honest.
Yeah.
He looked as leanest, I'm pretty sure.
Oh man, he looked good. He looked real good. But the thing is, Francis Ngannou has changed a lot since his last fight with Stipe. So, what do you believe that was the biggest change that Francis needed to make in order to at least have some edge against Stipe this time? For me, it was his wrestling.
I felt it was maybe wrestling or maybe some defensive jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I don't think Ngannou has changed much.
Yeah.
I don't think he's changed much. I think his core is just... Swinger. Yeah, I think his core is just pure athleticism. When he fought Rosenstrike, it wasn't exactly the cleanest strikes. It was just, I'm going to kill you. Right? Yeah. I'm gonna kill you. And that's what he did against Rosenstrike, and it worked. I just don't know if it's going to work against... Stipe.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be hard, but again, here's the way I put it. Again, today we learned don't count day for underdogs. Every underdog has its day.
Actually, Stipe is the underdog.
What? Really?
He a lot of the time, most of Stipe's fights, he's been the underdog, which is a shame, and I think that's good. You know, it just goes to show, just like today with Dustin, you got a chip on your shoulder. You know, you got something to prove. You work harder.
Surely not. He's the underdog against Francis.
He was the underdog against Francis the first time, and he is the underdog against Francis the second time.
Oh my God! Well, if Stipe wins, it's just another feather in his cap, and I feel like he even further solidifies himself as the greatest heavyweight of all time.
He's not even a mild underdog. He's actually fairly moderate.
Really?
Underdog. I think it's about $2.30, $2.40 on Stipe. You know, it's nothing ridiculous like Marina Rodriguez. She was a heavy underdog.
Yeah.
Because she was about $4. Like, she was like $3.90 or something, which is insane. I don't know how to do that in the negative, whatever the Americans do, especially with DraftKings.
Yeah.
But he's always the underdog. He's a lot of the time he's not the favorite, and I think that's a reason for his success. I think that he walks around with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. A lot of people, start saying, Fedor's the greatest of all time. Daniel Cormier is the greatest of all time. Cain Velasquez is the greatest of all time. Stipe has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder because he's saying, no, it's me. Yeah. I'm the greatest. I'm the baddest motherfucker on the earth. So I think Stipe operates with a chip on his shoulder. I still think... I'm not going to go through a full prediction, but I still think Stipe outworks him, outgrapples Francis. I think Francis, it'll be scary for Stipe because there's still 25 minutes where he has to be perfect.
Yeah. I feel like that's exactly the same. I feel like Stipe still wins it. But Stipe's on his toes now is because you got a man who can clip you in literally any second. When he connects, he just fucking takes you out. Secondly, you've got a man who already knows most of your game plan because he's already fought you for the first time. And then thirdly, you got a guy who has just smashed through the rest of the division, and he's just, he's improving to some degree.
I know he's improving. I just
I
think the level has been hyped.
Yeah, so I'm very, very eager to see where it's going to go. But I feel like if Stipe wins this rematch,
just cements him.
Yeah, it cements him. But also, I feel like it's another reason to retire, man. I mean, what have you got left to prove?
I don't think anything else, to be honest.
The only person who's still in the argument is Glover No, that's lightweight. That's light heavyweight. Sorry.
No, Jones.
Jones.
If he was to beat Francis, because it's being set up that Jones is going to fight the winner of Francis and Stipe. If Stipe wins, it's already set up for Stipe versus Jones. If I would say that has to be his last fight. It's getting a bit too old now.
Yeah, like John Jones will be sitting there in there eating his like double extra large popcorn because John Jones is looking thick.
He's getting huge. He's about 250 pounds now. He looks. I'm really interested to see that.
Like this crazy amount of weight, and his bench pressing this crazy amount of weight. He's still got small calves though.